From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Local Point, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Gale. I'm in for Chris Piner today. Brave men and women in law enforcement, they put their lives on the line just about every day to keep people like us safe. Now, they usually do so without a whole lot of recognition. But earlier this year, the Utah Chiefs of Police Association named a Vernal City detective Officer of the Year for Small Agencies. We welcome into the studio the recipient of that award, Detective Vance Norton. Thank you very much for coming, Detective Norton.
Glad to be here.
It sounds like a fantastic recognition. You have it here with you because it's more than just words. It actually is like a medal that I guess theoretically you could wear around your neck, though people might wonder what you were doing.
Yeah.
So here we have it encased instead, looking
Yeah.
beautiful. Tell me a little bit about what it means, who was eligible, and what it means to you.
Just about any officer that they had different categories, the small agencies, large agencies, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the size of our department and everything, we actually were in the small agency category. But just about any officer that fit that criteria was eligible for it. And my chief, Gary Jensen, actually thought that I guess I was in need of it for different things that I'd done and kind of went through. And so,
What makes you the man, the Officer of the Year? We've talked a little bit beforehand. Nobody likes to boast, but what is it about you?
well, I think some of the things that they wrote on the paper that they sent in to actually win the award was some of the things that I'd experienced, different shootings, just different things that I'd done. As far as a friend of mine, Deputy Kevin Orr, actually, when he crashed in the helicopter down in Jensen, different things that we did during that time, along with just, I guess, my work ethic and things like that he's been impressed with, and that's what he sent in.
And how does it feel? I mean,
It's actually pretty nice. It was a great award, probably one of the best I've ever received, and it really made me feel kind of part of the team down at Vernal City.
Yeah.
I've only been there for 3 years now. I actually worked for Uintah County for 13 years prior to that, but that really made me feel that, he was appreciative, of what I do, and included me into that great group of people down there. So.
And you're, we could say, a Vernal native, pretty much. I mean, you've been here most of your life.
Yeah, I came in grade school and been here ever since. No plans of leaving. So.
Well, good. We're glad to have you here. So tell me a little bit about some of the things that you've done. You started, I understand, was it out in Jensen?
Yeah, as far as I started my career in 1993, and just about 8 months out of the academy, I was involved in a officer-involved shooting, which pretty much traumatized my life for probably the next 4 years, I guess, just as far as the psychological effects and things like that. So.
Yeah. But you've done some other things along the way besides just your run-of-the-mill police officer. What are some of the other things that you've been involved with?
Well, I was on the road for about 9 years as a road officer, and then I've been in detectives ever since then. As far as I've really got into competitive shooting, as far as snipers and stuff like that, police snipers, and been able to travel over to Austria 2 years in a row to actually shoot in the World Sniper Championship over there. So that was a lot of fun. And
did you have to speak Austrian?
No, there was interpreters there was about 13, 14 countries represented, and they brought all their people so we could all understand each other, and it was quite an experience.
And I understand if there was an incident that required, a marksman, you'd be the one they'd call. Yeah,
myself and there's a few others that are at the county and at Vernal City that we go out and shoot a lot, and if something like that ever happened, that they would call us up, and hopefully that never happens.
Yeah, definitely.
but it's a good excuse to go out and shoot guns. So.
There's a lot more I want to get into about what you've done with drug court and a little more about your experience early on in your career, but we're going to take a quick break right now, so stay tuned. You're going to hear more from Detective Norton and why he wears a bullet around his neck. Maybe we'll get to take a look at it, but first here's a quick break from Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Welcome to Radiology. Ashley Regional recently became the first fully digital radiology department in the basin.
In early 2009, a new 4D ultrasound was added. Expectant mothers can now clearly distinguish fine details in their baby as never before, thanks to this stunning new technology. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, the quality of your health care is our business.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Vance Norton, Detective of the Year for small agencies here in Utah. A great honor, and a great honor to have you here. Now, before we went to break, we talked about the fact that you carry with you a bullet around your neck. And that, what's the caliber of that? What is it?
It's actually a 7mm Mauser rifle round. So
I don't even know what shoots that. I guess a rifle of some sort.
Yeah. It's
something you use for hunting.
Right,
maybe.
a hunting rifle, yes.
Okay. Why do you carry that around your neck?
Well, I actually was given the bullet as a gift after that first shooting that I was in down in Jensen. They actually engraved my nickname Vinny. There's the date that that incident took place, the case number, and then the words "never give up" on the other side. When they actually gave me the gift, they told me that there was a story, or some saying that there's a bullet out there for every cop, and it's just you hope you don't find it in your 20-year career. And this was the bullet that the guy had chambered up that he was actually going to kill me with. And luckily enough, it didn't happen, and
now you got it.
And now I have it, and it turned out, I guess, in my favor as far as I ended up shooting him. We were able to actually give him first aid, save his life, and he ended up doing some time in the prison, but I believe he's actually doing well in life now, and
wow.
And so it turned out good for everybody. So,
but obviously anytime a shooting occurs, whether it's the officer or somebody else, I mean, you're not going to walk away from that going, oh, well, I'm still alive. You obviously had to go through some counseling, some therapy. Decisions you make in your life right now are probably still affected by that one incident.
There are a lot. Yeah, just the way I do business now, as far as that happened 8 months after being out of the academy, just about killed my career as far as from the trauma that it sent to me, and then I gave that to my kids pretty much as far as the paranoia and all the things that I had at the house, and it affected them at their young age. But the counseling, over the years, I didn't have any in that first shooting, which I would recommend that you have to go and get some, just because it is such a traumatic experience. And I mean, hopefully our vets that are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff, that they're going through some major counseling, because just in being involved in 3 different shootings in 16 years, I can't imagine being in wartime and you're going through it every day. And I've my hat off to them.
Definitely. My hat off to you, because being a police officer, from the small experience I've had with police officers, tough job. I mean, you are constantly dealing with levels of stress that nobody wants. So why? We're grateful to have you. Don't get me wrong. Why continue being a police officer?
I kind of look back in my family history. My great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather were both lawmen back in the old days, and I ended up getting my great-grandfather's badge when he was the sheriff of Utah County for 3 terms, I believe, and it's just been an inspiration for our whole family. My brother's an officer out at Midvale. My sister, she's an officer at West Jordan, and it's just kind of a family business, I guess. We enjoy it, and it's very rewarding.
Anything in particular give you the greatest satisfaction? I know that you've done some drug court work, and I've read a little bit about that was fulfilling for you.
That was probably some of the best times I've had as far as making new friends that are addicts, and being able to try to help them through their problems and get them back on the right road to recovery and stuff, and then just built some great relationships from that. So
we're almost out of time, but if someone was a young person watching this thinking about going into law enforcement of some type, any advice you'd give to them?
It's a great career, great profession. As far as oil fields slowing down, we're still busy, and I would say that great opportunities are there. You have 20 years, and you can retire and pull a pretty good pension. So there's just a lot of great things about it. As far as a lot of times people don't like you and don't want to see you until they need you, but for the most part, if you have the right mindset, it's actually one of the greatest careers you could have. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Detective Vance Norton joining us today, Detective Officer of the Year for small agencies. That's it. We're out of time. We're going to see you next week on Local Point. Thanks for joining us.